For many years, cars have been an important part of most Australian lives. More recently, however, the motoring industry has been plagued by rising petrol prices and environmental concerns. Hybrid cars and other fuel-efficient options are now a common sight on the road, but it seems that drivers and manufacturers may be ready to go one step further and embrace fully electric cars. In fact, enthusiasts like Mark Taylor have been converting their own cars to electric drive for years and say that more and more people are taking an interest.
I bought this car about 5 years ago on eBay. The motor was seized, so I got it fairly cheap, which is a good thing about electric cars. As long as you get a car with a good body, good running gear, you can throw the motor out. So I pulled the motor out, pulled everything out, put the electric motor in and all the batteries. It was a long process. I only did it at nights and on weekends and stuff like that, but it's come together really well. It's a really good car to drive.
Electric vehicles, or EVs, do not run on a petrol engine. Instead, they're driven by an electric motor powered purely by batteries. That means that if charged correctly, an electric car can be responsible for zero emissions. While the upfront cost of a battery system can be significant, the cost of running an electric vehicle is much lower than a normal car. Rather than paying for a full tank of petrol, drivers merely plug their car into a power point to recharge. This costs only a couple of dollars per charge, but it does take several hours.
You just got to remember to plug it in at night and charge it up. Other than that, you can drive it like a normal car. If you just go to the shops and back, or pick the kids up from school every day, or you just got to go from the station, home to the station every day, that's perfect for an electric car. It's good, consistent running. You say the only drawback at the moment with electric cars is long distance.
Mark Taylor's car, dubbed Homeboy, can travel over 120 kilometres on a full charge, but the limited range does mean that EVs are not an option for long-distance drivers. Enthusiasts and developers are claiming that there would be better technology and greater uptake if governments were to take an interest in environmentally friendly EVs.
The government has to look more at research and development, not just make a huge package which they're prepared to give to big car companies like Toyota or stuff like that. They have to look at the little guys who are doing a lot of stuff. Like with this car, we've done a lot of research on battery management systems, and we've developed a really cutting-edge battery management system, which is now getting shipped around the world. But we're not doing that with any finance from the government, we're doing that off our own bat.
But electric cars are not just for the enthusiast. Large car companies are starting to offer fully electric alternatives on the general market. At this point in time, there is only one offering on the Australian electric car market, and that's this one, the Mitsubishi i-MiEV. This looks like it's going to change soon though. The award-winning Nissan Leaf is set for release in the next couple of months, with offerings from Holden and Renault coming later in the year.
It's Australia's first mass-produced fully electric car, so you get about 150 k's out of a full charge. Early stages at the moment, but obviously there's more and more infrastructure going up around the place to cater for it. So I think in the next few years it'll be something to look out for. For a long time we've been driving cars and it's been more and more of a concern environmentally over the last probably 10 years. So as you can see, other manufacturers are starting to do it now. When people get used to it, prices will come down, infrastructure will be bigger. I think it'll be something that more and more average people will look at, so that's when it'll probably start to be a lot more competitive.
The next EV to hit the market will be Nissan's Leaf, which has been trialled in Australia and will go on sale next month. Chris Mullett, editor of EcoCar magazine, says that as the selection range grows, so will the interest of the public.
The next step is just familiarity. As more companies develop more vehicles running on that technology, things will improve. Gradually, we will be seeing, probably as a result of legislation, people adopting electric cars simply because they're going to be cheaper to run and they're more efficient. And if you're not doing big miles through the day, it makes a lot of sense just to run around in a little electric car. If we keep the focus on the three things of affordability, efficiency and driving pleasure, there's a future for any technology in this.
While people disagree about how long it will take, there seems to be a general consensus that the public will adopt electric cars. Until then, modified cars like Homeboy may be leading the charge.